No sweeping changes for Hearts despite the midweek CIS defeat at Ross County. The one alteration from the starting lineup at Dingwall sees Andy Kirk and Stefan Adam swap places. Adam on the bench and Kirk in from the start alongside defender turned striker Kevin McKenna. Scott Severance celebrating a call-up to the senior Scotland squad, and he was the scorer when Hearts last won a game. A brilliant strike it was, but that was more than a month ago. Paul Gallagher, another 22-year-old, keeps his place in that squad for the World Cup tie against Latvia. The Dundee United keeper got his chance last season, and he's keeping Alan Combe out of the Tannadice team with some top performances. Here's how they line up at Tynecastle. Jim Loughlin's still suspended, but Alex Smith resists the temptation to pull back Danny Griffin into defence. Instead, David Partridge returns to partner David McCracken. Derek Lilly returns, and Stephen Thompson misses out. The referee for Hearts against Dundee United is John Robotham. They've got something in common, these two, and something they could well do without. Neither Hearts nor Dundee United have won in September. Hearts have lost 3 on the bounce against Kilmarnock, Motherwell and Ross County, and Dundee United's record is a losing one in their last 4 SPL matches. So the two sides here well in need of the points. That's Derek Lilly back in the side, rested for the midweek match against Barton. And Stephen Presley fit for Hearts. A loose one from Fulton and a chase for Stefan Mahe. That was just about all he could do. Boyak's pass is strong. Derek Lilly giving it his best shot to get on the end of it. Free kick given against him for the challenge on Webster. Hewson to Flugel. That's useful for McKenna. Disappointed, Kevin McKenna, that he couldn't put this on target from Stephen Boyak's expertly played cross. McKenna, powerful in the air. That's a bad one on Andy Kirk by Easton. Advantage played. Boyak, useful. A good run at the near post made as well by Kevin McKenna. Corner kick, and some attention required down the pitch. But it was a good covering challenge as well, which denied McKenna. Well in Al Joffrey. Some running repairs for Kirk after Easton arrived late. It was spotted by the referee, who let play go. Andy Kirk still to open his goal-scoring account for the season, and he'll be hoping that he's able to continue here. Here comes the corner kick from Boyak. McKenna with the towering header, knocked off the line. And maybe a chance on the counter for United with Derek Lilly. Not much support as yet. Easton's arriving. And that's well blocked by Stefan Mahe. So immediately a corner kick at the other end after this effort from McKenna. And it was played away by Charlie Miller on the post. Kevin McKenna's been the big scoring threat so far to Dundee United. This his latest effort, and chested away by Charlie Miller. Two Greeks together there. Tassos Venitas of Dundee United on the left, and there's the new man for Hearts, although it might be a week or two before the Hearts fans see him in action. That's the Greek striker Georgios Vakoutsis. He's signed a 1-year loan deal from Fiorentina. McIntyre. Webster judged it well. Change of direction from Easton. In goes Jim Hamilton. Now McIntyre. That was an opportunity for Dundee United, either for McIntyre to have had an earlier shot at goal, or if he had picked out the head of Hamilton, a chance might have been on for him. I wonder if McIntyre reckons he took the wrong option here. He had time and marked at the far post, electing not to have the early shot, and his cross was beyond Hamilton. Jim McIntyre won the header. The league couldn't get control. Presley. And Nelson's clearance coming off Presley. Jim Hamilton should have hit the target, knows it. After an unforced error in the Hearts defence, the clearance from Nielsen cannoning back off Presley. That set up Hamilton. And well away from Antiniemi's goal. Boyack. Flugel. And Mahi. Hearts looking for the spark that might bring about the opening goal. That was close. Kevin McKenna not far away. And Nielsen trying to thread his way through, getting the break of the ball. They're queuing up. Severin. Shot straight up Paul Gallagher in the end. A useful little bit of pressure from Hearts. A fairly comfortable save. There's a header well won by McIntyre. Hamilton setting up Miller. Ball caught under his feet, but that's poor defending from Hearts. Handing possession straight back to United. McCunny for Miller. Webster won it well. Lost by Juanjo. McIntyre with a good touch. Brilliant goal by Jim McIntyre. 4 minutes into the second half. Three goals now in 4 games for the former Airdrie and Kilmarnock striker. A couple of great touches, and then Antiniemi was beaten. Good vision here from Miller, picking him out. Flugel was beaten, and Niemi as well. 1-0 Dundee United. The pass from Severin, squeezed through to Flugel. Severin again. Some room for Juanjo. Useful curling efforts from the Spaniard. Not too far away from that far post, I don't think. And bent it round Jamie McCunny. But Paul Gallagher seemed to have this one covered. But Hearts could certainly do with some new ideas. Will be making 2 changes during the half-time break. Strong play from Kirk. Juanjo, good touch. And, well, surely that was a foul on Juanjo. Amazingly not given by John Robotham. And Juanjo initially there sprinting after the ref, furious. But the award wasn't given. Stephen Simmons. Andy Kirk. This was the challenge from Danny Griffin into the back of Juanjo, moving at pace, and, well, I didn't think there was too much doubt about it. John Robotham did. Severin to Presley. 2 Scotland squad men. Long chase for Flugel. And across came Partridge, who's still on the ground. Flugel gets beyond McIntyre. It's fumbled by Gallagher, and he's gripped with Jamie McCunny. Corner kick conceded, but it could have been a whole lot worse, this, for Dundee United, who had Partridge on the ground at the time, but uncertain hands there from Gallagher. Joe's short corner to Adam. Kevin McKenna couldn't get there in time, and Paul Gallagher will still be reflecting on this moment. It was a good delivery in from Flogel, but the goalkeeper went for it and fumbled it. And it was turned away from the danger area by McKinney. Al Joffrey. Craig Easton with a good knockdown for Charlie Miller. And unlucky that his diving header went straight at goalkeeper Antiniemi. This was a good leap by Easton in the first place to win the ball. And good try from Miller. And perhaps a good breaking run forward from Simmons. And there was a real chance for Kevin McKenna. He reckons he was being held. Looking for a penalty kick, McKenna. You certainly were putting your money on him here, scoring with this opportunity. It was lofted in by Simmons. There's the tugging going on from Hasni Al Joffrey, and I think Kevin McKenna has got a reasonable case there for saying that he was fouled as he tried to power in that header. Joe stumbling under the challenge. John Robotham waited for some advantage. Nothing forthcoming, so free kick. Wanjo's free kick. And another chance at close range. This time it was Andy Webster. Webster swapping defence for attack for this set piece. Got himself into a very good position. Again, Al Joffrey was the defender and stretched out well to prod that one away. Alex Smith up in the stand with Hibs assistant Andy Watson just in front of them. Alex Smith hoping that United can get a badly needed 3 points. Severn to Flugel. Kept that in. Partridge with the header. Now Boyack in possession. That's a free kick against Hasni Al Joffrey. A shoulder charge on Boyack. And Hearts can push Presley and Webster forward again. Try to make something of the set piece. In from Stephen Boyack. Away by Jim Hamilton. Handball. Given against Miller. And it's a second handball in the space of a few minutes. And a yellow card for the Dundee United man. Stephen Boyack's delivery brings the equaliser, and it's Stephen Simmons, the substitute, gets the goal which squares the game. 24 minutes into the second half, he had to go back for it and then steered it down and away from Gallagher. The keeper not with a chance here of getting in the way of it. And the youngster, the 19-year-old, who scored a cracker of a goal against Rangers in the 2-2 draw, now squares the game here against Dundee United with that powerful and well-directed header. Relief as much as anything else for Craig Levein, now that it's 1-1, and wants his team to search for the winner. Charlie Miller trying to dance his way through. And that was a chance for Dundee United had Jim Hamilton put a little bit less on the ball across goal. Hearts were looking for offside. Adams' header, flicked on to Stephen Boyack. Chase for Wanjo. Quick enough to catch it. Oh, lovely skill from Wanjo, that's brilliant. That wasn't bad either. I think you could have forgotten about all the other contenders for goal of the season had that gone in the net. Just watch the footwork and the ability here of Wanjo against Ronnie O'Brien. And having done that, he fancied a bit of this as well. He wanted it to curl and dip a little bit quicker. Just beyond the far post. Brilliant skills from Wanjo. Webster to Wanjo. That's a free kick. A late one from McCunney. Wanjo has been a very lively figure since being introduced at half-time. He's made a big difference for Hearts. But can they get an end result here? His free kick. Straight through to Paul Gallagher. Just beyond Kevin McKenna. We've now played 90 minutes. Into stoppage time. Griffin. Jimmy McCunney. Ronnie O'Brien onside. McCunney offers support. Stephen Thompson! He's won the game for Dundee United. A minute into stoppage time. Beautifully timed leap from Thompson. And it looks as if 1 point has now become 3 for the Tannadice team. Lofted in by McCunney, but it was all about getting up at the right time and staying there. Thompson winning the duel against Stephen Presley, and the header powered in off the post. That's a tremendous strike for Thompson, and it's 2-1 Dundee United. Here's Scott Severin. Hearts now chasing as they must to try to scramble. Another equaliser. And time is not on their side, as a lot of the Hearts fans reckon they've seen enough. Great run from Flogel. Did so well. He was going for goal, and he dragged it wide. Electing to have a crack at the target rather than drag this one back, Flogel. And in the end it was well wide of Gallagher's goal. It's a good flick on by McIntyre. Cleared by Niemi. Full time at Tynecastle, and Hearts have lost 4 in a row, and a badly needed win for Dundee United, and it's down to substitute Stephen Thompson. 45 seconds into stoppage time was when he struck on the end of Jamie McCunney's cross. It was a very powerful header and a decisive header, and Dundee United have 3 points. Jim McIntyre had given them the lead 4 minutes into the second half, and then Stephen Simmons scored with a header for Hearts. Hearts were chasing a win at the end, but caught in a Dundee United counter-attack, and it's the United fans who have something to shout about tonight, because Dundee United have won here at Tynecastle by 2 goals to 1.
Welcome relief for United, but a scoreline which saw Hearts fans protesting outside the ground after the game. It's not the first time, Jim, that has happened, and you feel the pressure mounting on the club?
Well, I think so.
On the programme tonight, another one from Jim McIntyre when he opened the scoring, Gordon.
Well, 3 good goals in this game as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen some quality goals, but this was a really good finish, mainly because the good touches he takes. I mean, the one that actually, when he actually puts the ball, you see him just taking it on there, a little touch, but that's a great one. You know, to get the headed down so quickly in order to allow himself to take the half volley into the far corner. He caught the keeper by surprise as well, but look how he catches the defender by surprise too, because he thinks he's not going to get the ball down that early. So that was a terrific finish. OK, let's hear what the goal-scoring hero thought about that success for United today.
We started quite well, made a couple of openings, had a couple of headers myself, and then the game seemed to kind of die a wee bit, and both teams seemed to be a bit nervous on the ball. Second half we managed to get the goal, and then for some reason we just sat back and Hearts seemed to dominate it for a spell, and then they got their goal, and then luckily enough at the end big Stevie Thompson comes up with a great header.
Darren, do you see that as being a big win for United going to Tynecastle?
Well, it's a huge win. I don't think they've won there for I don't know how many years. How many games it is. When I was there, we gave them a right few doings at Tynecastle. That wasn't down to me. But it's a huge win for them and a hugely disappointing result for Hearts at the end there. And Thompson's goal, I think he's done great. He's up. He doesn't let Elvis jump. He's up early, and Elvis will be disappointed about it. But it's a great header for the striker.
Right, we'll talk about that. We'll see it again in just a moment. Let's just get the verdict of the United manager, Alex Smith.
It was all about being able to dig out a result, and last year at this time we would have lost that game, there's no doubt about that. But I thought the players defended and hung in well when Hearts put the pressure on in the second half. And when we made the substitutional changes, we were always threatening to score the winner on the break.
This was the goal that Darren was talking about, Gordon. You two impressed by this finish?
Yeah, this is a good header. I mean, he's climbed really well, and I think he just got the jump. And Stephen Presley caught underneath it, and he's just come in behind him, and because of that, you know, he's already springing there, and he's actually leaped almost against Stephen Presley and won it well. But it's a fine header.
As a defender, Stephen Presley will be really angry about that, though, won't he?
Yeah, he's just been caught under it, but it's coming on top of him, and as he's just jumping there, Thompson's done really well to go over the top of him and head it away.
What about the highlights for Hearts today? Perhaps the skill on show from Wanjo. Bad news is, of course, that he may be the next star, if you like, to leave Tynecastle.
Well, we talked about some of the skill we've seen today in terms of players doing things, but this is as good as you'll see anywhere. That is sensational, and just a pity didn't there was any finish to it, because then you know, they would probably be shown for quite some time. But the skill itself was worth seeing again. Look, it's a great little stand on the ball. I don't know what they call that, Dan. What is actually they call that?
Double drag back.
What?
Double drag back.
Double drag back, is that?
And how long did it take you, Dan, to teach Wanjo that one?
It didn't take me too long. He caught on it right away.
Well, Brian won't be too happy to see that again. That's 3 times now I think he's seen it.
Yeah. It's bizarre, isn't it, a player's contract expiring in October?
It is strange, but I mean, football is a mad, mad business now. I mean, we were talking about it earlier before the programme started, and just the sheer finances of the game, the way it's structured now, and here's a contract where he's going to contract in October. The whole thing's daft, but it doesn't surprise me anymore about football.
Right, these were the thoughts after the game of the Hearts boss, Craig Levine.
We're a little bit lacking in confidence just now. Obviously 3 defeats does that to you, but you know, it looked when we got back to 1 each that we'd go on and win the game, and it was a real sucker punch that caught us at the end.
Let's take a look then at how those 3 games today have affected the SPL table. The top 4 are all in Sunday action. Aberdeen are up to 5th after their success at Dens. Dundee United move up a couple of places to 7th. And Motherwell, for so long at the bottom, have now opened up a 6-point advantage over stragglers St Johnstone. Dunfermline drop to 2nd bottom.